Imagine a VR experience so immersive that your in-game character's consequences will become your real-life consequences.
The man behind the Oculus VR headset is called Palmer Luckey, also a government contractor.
We're already keeping people alive using our technology who would not be alive today if it wasn't for our technology.
Well, his newest invention does the exact opposite. This man has been fascinated by trying to tie your real-life character to your avatar, which instantly raises the stakes to the maximum level and forces people to rethink their approach to the game. Palmer Luckey wanted to turn his fascination into a reality, and he then went on a mission to design the world's most dangerous VR experience, and we now have the new VR headset that will kill you on the spot when you see this on screen. But how does this VR headset work exactly? The bottom part is one of the most popular VR headsets available in today's market, but on the top there are 3 explosive charges ready to obliterate your brain the moment you see that game over sign on screen. The way it works is simple. The photo sensor detects when the screen flashes red at a specific frequency, and that triggers the explosive charges. Alternatively, the developers would tailor the game ending to match the level of frequency required to trigger the charge. That will essentially kill you before you even know it.
Now, just when you thought this headset was deadly, Palmer Luckey is actually in the process of creating a brand new headset. However, that one is even more deadlier than the prototype he's already created. And the new headset will actually lock onto your head, and you are unable to take the headset off until you finish the game. Meaning once you've put the headset on, you either complete the game successfully or it's game over.
Now, the main question we're all thinking is, why did he create this VR headset? In a blog post, Palmer said, "The idea of tying your real life to your virtual avatar has always fascinated me. You instantly raise the stakes to the maximum level and force people to fundamentally rethink how they interact with the virtual world and the players inside it. Only the threat of serious consequences can make a game feel real to you and every other person in that game." And he's not wrong. Imagine you're jumping into a battle royale game with 99 other players, knowing you either win the game or your life is gone forever. How differently would you play that game compared to now? Luckily, the headset is currently being used as a piece of office art and isn't planned to be released to the general public anytime soon. Although I believe there will be thousands of adrenaline junkies queuing to try this thing, it will give you the biggest rush of your life, bigger than any bungee jumping or parachuting would ever give you. This does beg the question, how far is virtual reality going to up the stake before it goes too far? In fact, the exact reason why Palmer created this life-threatening device was to raise the question in how far will virtual reality go. Believe it or not, there has already been a similar previous attempt to raise the stakes for gamers. In 2001, a Pain Station art installation in Germany threatened players who lost a game of Pong with sensations of heat, punches, and even electroshocks of varying duration. So there's clearly a connection here between video games and having that stake at risk of potentially being caused pain if you lose the game. Gets that adrenaline going, it builds up that excitement. And this reminds me of that electric shock game when you were kids. Everyone would put their finger in that little hole and one of you would randomly be electrocuted. And although that's a much toned down version of the things we've spoken about, this type of game could be the beginning of something far worse.
Let's say you play a game that's really easy and 99.9% of the time you always end up winning. Would you try this headset out just to say that you've used it? But the final question I'm going to leave you guys with is, how immersive are video games going to get before it goes too far?